Hello, hello, hello. This is the Musilog Magazine podcast. I'm Sam Archer, your host, and today we got a legend in the building. He goes by the name Richie, and we want to welcome him to the show. Mr.
Hello.
Ricky today.
Hello, I'm good, my brother. How are you, Sam? How are you?
I'm happy to have you on today, and I use the term legend. I use the term
Oh,
legend, but he's a
thank
special
God.
guest in the building, and welcome, welcome. Happy to have you on.
Thank you.
Want to start a little bit in the beginning. Let's start a little bit in the beginning. You've had, I think you've had a good run, but maybe it's best you tell us about it.
Oh, wow. Let's see, where do I begin? From childhood to singing in the gospel, my dad's gospel choir, and I'm from Vero Beach, Florida, and so I used to sing gospel music, growing up. Um,
Okay,
my dad used to be in a gospel group called the Mighty Echoes, and they used to go around the world with
you
the
see what I'm saying?
the
I
Five
know the
Blind Boys, the
bit of the mic.
gospel keynotes, so many different. Shirley sees a lot of people,
Uh-huh.
and the Mighty Clouds of Joy, so many of that. But my first time
Mm.
singing was at places like that, and then I went off to college to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm from Florida, and and then I was singing for the band and marching for the band. I played first trumpet in Southern University's marching the band. Um, and then I came to California on the vacations, and I came to Oakland and see a ex girlfriend of mine with friends, now good
Uh-oh.
friends. But
Uh-oh.
hey, look, God knew the only right way I was coming out here like that. You understand me? So, so at that time, I came out and it was a Friday night, and I didn't have any intentions on being in LA like until Sunday night. So
Uh-huh.
then we was gonna fly back to Oakland and then fly back to school, and then I was gonna fly to DC to work at a law firm for a semester, and then go back to go, to finish and go to law school. Long story short, I was singing them Friday night in California in the car, was around having a good time riding around, enjoying the city lights with some girls, and then my friend said, "Man," the one said, "Bro, man, you can sing, man. My brother-in-law is a marketing for Motown." I said, "What?"
Yep.
He said, "Let's go by there." He called. He said, "Jonathan, we're on our way." It's like 11 o'clock. So I'm not thinking. You understand? I'm not thinking that I'm gonna do it. So I go and I sing for him. And then he gave me some analogies like, where do singers go if they want to sing? No, where do actors and actresses go when they want to act? I said, California, New York.
They go to LA, yeah.
Yeah. Then he said, where do singers go? I said, L.A., New York,
New
Atlanta.
York,
And
yeah.
then he said, where are you? I said, L.A. He said, but first, you got to know somebody. He said, hello, my name is Jonathan Clark. Right? And then I say, I'm
Oh,
staying. I say, shoot, I'm staying then. I called home and told my mom and dad I wasn't coming. My mama thought I was crazy.
oh
She
Lord.
sure did. That was a beautiful
Wow.
time. And then
It's
I went to Motown. That was my first deal with a group called Yours Truly.
okay,
And it
okay,
started.
okay.
Yeah, we did a lot of promotion tour with like Boys and Men, a couple other artists at that time, as well as the Good Girls. And then that was a good run. I learned a lot about the business. That the first time getting in it. I learned a lot about that. And then Motown and us, we kind of parted ways in good fashion, though. And then I got a solo deal on Universal Records, and I started working with so many people, Diane Warrens and the Guy Roches and Melissa Ritters and Wayne Kirkpatrick and Gordon Kennedy. They wrote "Change the World" for Eric Clapton, who Babyface produced it. And it
Yeah.
goes on, man. That's how I got into business. God just blessed me to be in
Amen.
the company of good people.
Amen. Amen. What was it like working with Diane Warren?
She's the sweetest thing. She still is. Good, and she's a good friend. And just advice, like from her, Lionel
Yeah.
Richie, to the James Ingrams, just the advice that Aaron Neville, oh, Jesus, just the advice that you get. The crazy story, I was working with Lionel Richie while I was recording my Universal record. And then I would fly back from Nashville because Lionel decided to record in Nashville. I fly back to LA to work on my record during the whole week, and then I fly to Lionel on a Tuesday. So, I work with Lionel Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Fly back and work on my record till that Tuesday. So I know. So Lionel was talking, and then in the midst of that, when I come back to LA, I do a demo because I was making money too, right? So he just put me to the side and said, "Man, I love you, and I need to let you know you got to choose. I believe you're a great stylist, and you're an artist." And artists have to sacrifice certain things. So I stopped making great money doing Sam, making great money doing demos, as well as working on my album. And then I started realizing what he said, because when I would listen to the radio all over when I'm traveling, I'm hearing the songs demos that I did, my vocal arranging, and every riff, everything from country to R&B. And I'm like, and I understand what Lionel is saying. He's like, man, you're going to give your craft up. People think you're copying off other people, and you're not. You're the original one to do this. Do what you're doing to be Ricky Jones. I stopped doing it, and that's when I came into myself, Ricky Jones.
Okay, and this is just for the audience that's tuning in. So when you did demos and shopped certain songs, the artists who re-recorded the record would actually sing it how you would and do
Oh,
the
exactly.
riffs and
Oh, yeah,
everything.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, I think that was some good advice, because
I
I
really
have a
do.
friend who's an amazing vocalist, and there's a record he worked on that he didn't write it, but he worked on this record. Should I say this on here? I might get in trouble. But it's a Blackstreet record,
Okay.
and it's on one of the records, and it's one of like the intro songs in the beginning, and everything. And I heard the demo, so I heard, and then I'm hearing Chauncey singing the record, and I'm like, he didn't even do anything different. They just sang everything like exactly. I was like, okay,
You want to hear
you know.
something? I understand that. If you listen to on my Universal record, I did a song called "Lost in You," and Garth Brooks, which was AKA Chris Gaines, he didn't want anybody to know. He just wanted to do a record like that. Well, he did it pretty much exactly like I sang it, um, and he sold 3 million copies of it.
Hey.
But it wasn't pushed. But it right, and it wasn't pushed on my record. I'm saying, like, even for black artists as well, like, just like I say this, I heard Tank talking about the song with Sam, what's his name? Stay with me. That song.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
right. So, but if you took me singing that song, or Tank is that's famous singing that song, would it have been as big as it was for Sam? No. But why is it like that? It's something that really do need to change, because it's just, I don't believe that's fair. However, if you pull up Garth Brooks, Chris Gaines, you will hear, and then my Universal Ricky Jones self-entitled record called "Lost in You." You'll be surprised.
Well,
It's crazy.
that's a topic. Well, I don't think it's something we have to research, but I think it's a
No,
good conversation. It's a very good conversation to have,
yeah,
because sometimes you think that the playing field should be equal, or should be leveled together,
right.
and just a little. As you said that, it reminds me of a line in what's that movie that Robert Townsend did with the band, with the group,
One of my favorites, Five Heartbeats.
Five Heartbeats,
I love
and
that movie. They remind me of my
there's
group, yours truly.
right.
Yeah,
There's a scene where
yeah.
you look at the album cover and they're like, "Who's this on the album cover?" And they're like, "Well, we had a crossover," and it's like, "Why don't they cross over to us?"
That's real. That is some real stuff
That
there,
is a
brother.
real. That's to anyone
Yeah,
time in the industry. That is a real line right there.
yeah. It really is. It's true. It's so much true.
Wow.
It's so true. Yeah.
So did you sort of take a little break and then come back into what you're doing now? Or was there like a
Never.
little
I never stop. Never stop.
yeah.
It remind me of Lionel. Like, if he put some new music out, people say, "Where you been?" He never stops touring. I never stopped. I never went in and out. because it's not a
Okay.
plan B for me. It's plan A, and if you consistently do this, eventually you're going to make way. Like I look back on some of the people I work with, even passing, I forgot that I even, not, this is crazy. I love them too. We were close. The Backstreet Boys, I vocal coached them and went around touring with them on their bus. I named Brian B. Rock on their first record. That was his nickname. But long story short, it's like you have to put one foot in front of the other no matter what. And Sam,
Yes.
I'll say this too, being in even relationships, you fall in and out relationships because I believe that God is in the right person, the right friendship, marriageship, or whatever to be with you, on your path because it's not easy at all.
Yes.
Not it's not for
Yes.
the faint.
Yes.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
Wow. You know what? I would love to continue this train, but I know I know we're on the clock. So let's talk about the new material you have. We just added one of your records on our platform at
Thank you.
Musalog Music. You're welcome, and it was a pleasure too. And by the way, shout out to Sabrina for
I love Sabrina. Yes.
and the
Yeah.
Urban Influence family,
That's my
and
sergeant there.
that's the
I love,
sergeant.
yeah, and I think Urban Influence too because they really boosted, they
Yes.
really supports my record. I really think Marvin Mack. I
Yes.
think everybody that works for it. I'm doing a tour in the UK. I'll be there in May, so I'm grateful and thankful for them, my fans over there, to want me to be over there. That's just a blessing. That's favor for me.
Amen.
Yeah,
Amen.
yeah.
Amen. You did a record in the title of one of my favorite movies. I don't know if there was a connection,
Sugar
but the
Hill.
record is it's called "Set It Off."
You said in a movie or set it off the record?
No, yeah,
You
no. I
okay?
say it's the title. It's a title of one of my favorite
Oh yeah,
movies.
with Queen Latifah. Yeah,
Queen
yeah,
Latifah and the crew.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
That's it. That's a dang good movie. There, I love that movie.
And someone. What's her name? Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble. Oh my God, I'm just drawing a blank. But anyway, she did a record recently and sort of did a sort of similar thing to the Set It Off in the music video. But anyway, let's it's all about you right now. So
Oh no,
what's
no.
the record?
Well, I tell you what, it was a Friday night. Real talking. It was in Pasadena, California. It was raining. So Keith Andy's super producer, Grammy Award winning.
Keith
He,
Andes. I know Keith
yeah,
Andes.
yeah. That's
Okay,
that's like
okay.
my brother. And
Oh,
I said,
you
Keith,
know,
I said, I don't feel like standing. I want to sit down at the edge of the chair and I want to sing this song. Now, take in mind, we had the music, but we didn't have no lyrics or nothing. So he said, okay, he just following me. But I was just led. I got channeled in, and then I started saying, here we are on a Friday night. So sitting on my couch, girl, I'm about to take flight, looking at you with your clothes off. I'm writing a story of what I'm getting ready to do. And look, do you know I had that same date, same style and everything, but that same night too when I finished the song. And I'm singing the song, putting the lyrics together. I'm singing the song, the lead, and then I'm singing the background. Everything, like, right? And Keith was saying, I'm just gonna follow you because and I'm sitting on the edge of the chair because I want to feel like I'm on the edge of the chair, but I'm still being a gentleman. You understand me? Um, So that's how that song came about, man. That's how we fit, yeah.
wow,
And that same night, I
wow.
said, "Dang, I wish we had mixed it because I would have brought it on my date." You heard me? But I didn't. But I didn't have it.
Okay, okay. I like
And
that.
she
I
heard
like
it.
that story. I like that story. I like that story. And shout out to Keith. Shout out to Keith.
Yeah, my
Uh,
brother.
just, just just for context, I'm also a professor at a Full Sail University, so sometimes Keith would stop through and take part in giving back
Okay.
with the students and
Okay.
help us.
Yeah.
So when they
Right
say
on.
Keith, I'm
Yeah.
like Keith.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's right. That's
He's
right.
gonna
Yeah.
he's gonna get a kick out of seeing this interview.
Yeah, he will. Yeah, he will.
Yes. Yes. So you have a couple of the songs that now is this an EP? Is an album?
No,
What's
what's not an album. I'm working on the album um, right now, but it's just something like we. It's actually. I'm sorry. It's actually um, on my record, "Crazy Sexy" album, "Crazy Sexy," but it's been getting so much play and so much action that we decided let's release it as a single, and it's doing very well for us.
okay? Okay. Well,
Yeah,
congratulations on that.
thank you so much. Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm happy. Look, man, it's a whirlwind out here. I'm happy that you're here.
thank you.
What music lovers to get from your music that you have coming right now? What do you want lovers, music lovers, to grasp from it?
I just want them to see the true R&B, and I learned how to be true to myself, and I think that's advice for everybody. And you be the best Ricky. I'm being the best Ricky Jones version that I can be. I know often in this business we have to reinvent ourselves over and over and over again, and it's a growth period that is not easy as well. But and I would tell younger artists and musicians to don't stop, no matter what nobody tell you, because if I had listened to people around me and listened to every time they got weary, I wouldn't be here today like this.
That's
Yeah,
true. That's true. Now,
yeah,
you know what I think though, what I think with that though, it's almost like how when you look at the and this my you said this and it just I just have this vision here or like a illustration,
hmm
but when you follow the storyline of Jesus, like you had each disciple that had an issue. You had Judas that had something going on, you had Thomas that had some,
Peter,
all.
Paul, yeah, the cussers, the
So
fighters,
sometimes you need that person to come and say, yeah, you should do so. So the fact that you can listen to you and make that
yeah,
choice as to
yeah,
where you're gonna
yeah,
go, you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
because
But it's good
chances
to
are you
have
might
people
have done
around you.
something. Yeah, you
Yeah.
still gotta have that
Us-
around
Yeah,
you,
and
and
that comes with wisdom and discernment too. But you have to have the right group of
hmm
people around you, because the two type of people: those who add and those
yes,
who
yes.
subtract. So, I want
hmm
somebody to enhance. But I do believe, if you count it all joy, that when people are subtracting from you, you still get something out of that as well.
He said, "Count it all joy." All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. Any dream collabs that you'd love to have, or is there a collab coming up that's
I
a
could
surprise?
I got some surprises. People are gonna be surprised, like, dang, he collabing
Oh,
with him. But who I wanted my dream is Layla Hathaway and Gregory Porter.
okay. Well, I hope you
Yeah,
guys are tuned in.
yeah,
I hope they hear you,
yeah,
Gregory
I,
Porter and
yeah.
Layla.
I got yeah. I love that.
Okay.
Love
All
them.
right. Okay. Well, I hope word gets
Right
out.
on. We will. We will. I'm gonna say it. We will.
How long is the tour in the UK that's coming
I'll
up?
be I'll be there a good week, but I'm looking for I'm seeing that other shows will be added. Thanking God for that too. And just working hard and give them a good show. I can't wait to get there
Okay. Okay.
and give them a good show, man. It's gonna be good.
And we're
The
wishing you the
reception over there is
best.
very beautiful. Thank you.
Oh yes, yes. Shout out to the UK family.
Yes, yes,
And I don't know. Is Soul Tracks a part of your journey as well? Maybe you might have used Soul Tracks here and there, the
yeah.
platform.
The platform they supported me very, supported me, and
Yes, so
still
that's Chris.
they are still, yeah,
Shout out to
yeah.
Soul Tracks as well.
Soul Tracks, right on, yeah.
Yeah.
Soul Mama, one of my show events there, and Moochie. God, I mean, I'm so blessed to be in company of good people and people that believe in my work, my body of work.
Yes, yes, yes. Great people. So when guests come on here, I personalize them a little bit. So I ask them three questions, and
Okay,
some
okay.
people hate it when I ask them these questions, though.
Uh-huh.
But you're not afraid of anything.
Uh-oh.
But if
Dun,
something
dun,
is
dun.
if something too tight, you could just let me know. Hey, Sam, that's kind of next question. You can you can always.
Like Trump, I plead. I'm gonna say anything. Okay, okay.
But what is your favorite color?
Lavender.
Lavender.
Yeah,
Okay, that I haven't heard that in a while.
yeah.
Well, you know what? I've heard it, yeah, but not recently. Maybe sometime last year we had someone that liked lavender.
I love that. I
Oh,
love it. I love the smell too.
okay, okay. Well, that's good to know. Um, when Ricky he has a day off and he has his favorite ingredients in the kitchen, whatever that might be, and he's going to put it on in terms of the cooking. He's about to set it off in the kitchen. What is that dish?
It
He's
it would
smiling.
be something Caribbean, some type of Caribbean plate.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah,
that's different. He's going to go
yeah,
Caribbean on this.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I do
Um,
love cooking.
when you say Caribbean, though, you mean is it maybe Jamaican? Is it Trini? Is it, I don't know if you know.
It it may be a Cuban straight dish, like something from
Okay,
Cuba, or
okay,
Jamaica. Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
And they're right there next to each other in the water
yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
And,
yeah. I love that
okay,
food.
so some sort of a rice and peas with
Yes, a good
kind of curry
fish. Oh
or
yeah,
fish.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, buddy.
Okay, all right, all right. Well, we're going to keep those imaginative juices going. We keep those going. And my third and final personalizing question is, which artists, plural, have you been checking out like in the last week or so? What's happening in the playlist of Mr. Ricky Joe?
Today I'm listening to Sade. It varies what mood you're in. Today I'm listening to Sade.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Sade's getting some love today.
yeah, yeah.
Right. Just Sade only? No one
Today
else?
I can listen to the yeah, yeah, all yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll switch to something totally different. I think I switch. I believe because I'm hearing the song. I can't tell you why by the Eagles in my spirit. So I think I may switch to the Eagles,
Oh,
the group, the
okay.
Eagles.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
All right. All right. You see?
yeah.
So I got to personalize you a little, because, the audience want to know, who's this
Right.
guy? They
Yeah.
know. Although they've probably been hearing you for a long time, you just didn't recognize that you're the guy they're listening to. So,
I got that one.
yes, yes, yes. So, is there anything in the interview that you wanted to talk about that I didn't get to ask you that you'd like to share with the audience?
I just, I think we covered a lot in a short period of
Okay.
time. I just think people, just artists for just advice to don't give up no matter what. Don't let nobody talk you or distract you out the way because and don't believe in the video that you don't get in the video of the Hollywood. Just be yourself, be true to yourself,
True
and
to
trust
yourself.
and trust no one. And people that come in your life for
Trust.
the business part, you have to be on top of your business because a lot of we're so creative we don't want to deal with the business side, but you have to.
As a creative, it hurts because you just want to create, and then
Yeah.
you like you take care of the business.
Well,
Let
you
me
want
do my
somebody
thing
you trust.
here.
Yeah. 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 But you have to. You have to learn all sides of it, all facets of it.
Yes, yes, that's right, that's right. Well, Mr. Jones, this was great. This was a privilege. I learned
Thank
a
you,
lot.
Sam.
I think we need to do a part 2 because there was a part where the interview could have gone. And I know we need to. It's a topic that we could
What
probably.
part is that? Which way?
When we referenced the five heartbeats,
Right on.
um, just where the industry has been,
Hmm.
and
Robert
I look
Townsend
and
did a
just,
great job of
oh yes,
capturing. He
yes,
did a great,
amazing,
and all the actors and actresses in that movie, and it was so
yes,
true.
yes,
It's
yes,
so true to home for me being on
hmm
Motown. And my first listening party, you see Stevie Wonder at my listening party. It's such a, it was
yeah,
an honor.
yeah,
Yeah, it was, so those stories in that storyline, I experienced that. I experienced that.
yeah, yeah. And it would just be good to see not just the issues and the situations, but maybe look at steps we can suggest to the listeners so that we can sort of break that curse.
Yeah, yeah, we can do better. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, that's a top.
Uh,
That hey, I'm willing to do that. Yeah, because I got a lot of
yes,
stories.
yes, yes.
I do.
But
Yeah.
yeah, and that's what I know. And maybe you could have Keith on here too. Keith might have some
Yeah.
stuff
Oh, we would love.
to
Oh
share.
my God, you'll be surprised. And we're not shy to tell you some of it. You hear me? Woo!
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
great. And you know what too? What just came to mind is that I'm trying to remember if it was KRS-One or one of them. Do you remember there was a time when hip hop was being sold out the trunk or door to door?
Yeah.
You actually
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
vinyl. Hey, I'm selling my record,
Oh, that
and
gorilla business,
uh,
slinging it.
right,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and then when it became cool for artists to start getting signed, um, artists, literally the whole hip hop audience, they kind of lost the power. And then now you're hearing the back story of the Fat Joes and what was the other artists that would have. But I remember Fat Joe talking about it, and a lot of artists they still owe the labels money, and
So
part of the point,
that's what I mean. But our business.
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
know. And then and if you, I tell you what, I'm explaining this. I know, explain quickly. It's like, say for instance, you're
No
in a
problem.
relationship with somebody and you need some money, and that's why it's not good to make a irrational decision in an irrational state of mind. So sometimes you'll sell yourself and not knowing you'll sell yourself. I know big artists that have these compounds with young writers and producers and beat makers, and you pay them $20,000. I'll start from 5,000 to $20,000, and you give a young man that money, they happy. But you look up and the song made a million for somebody else, or hundreds of thousands for somebody else. It's like we
Yeah,
just sell each other out so bad, like it's
yeah,
nobody's
yeah,
business.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And but so I look at it like you got to know how to turn that down because there's a bigger picture. Just like me, I talked about the demo thing, and I was doing demo for Grammy Award winning people,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
writers. You know what I mean? That are my friends, but I'm the one that chose to say, "Dang, I can't do it anymore. I'm gonna sacrifice and work on my record, finish my record. I can't do that anymore because you got to realize you're selling yourself short." And you can't, and people
yeah.
don't think
That's
that
true.
that's an example of selling your soul, but you're giving your soul up for a little bit of money,
True,
and wishing
true,
you wouldn't have
true.
done that.
Later
And
on, when you get
yeah,
started.
man, yeah. Because when you look at what because you want to own your masters, you want to own everything, because you don't know
Yeah.
what's going to happen even down the road for your kids or anything, for your wife, anything. You
Yes.
don't know,
Yes.
you giving it up, and then you realize that could have been everybody's retirement. One song, two, so you don't know. It's like some people say, well, when are you
True.
going to get
True.
paid? Or when is it going to happen? Or it's taking too long. Those are those naysayers that you have to count. Even the closest people in your life be the naysayers. And they're thinking they're helping you, but they're hurting you because they're speaking negative of your life instead of getting
Yeah.
in the gap
Yeah.
and praying,
Yeah.
saying, hey, let it be God's will, or, just staying in the gap, and supporting. And, the person not laying on the couch, you let them go do it. I believe in that or whatever. I made a lot of money and I've been in some low periods too when I didn't have anything. But I
Mm-hmm,
thank
mm-hmm,
God for thank God for that too, because Sam, I tell you this, it told me who my true friends were. And sometimes
mm-hmm.
and I don't, and Keith Andy says this too. Um, I forgot where we get it from. Was it Gamble? Anyway, it was. I want somebody to be with me through the thin and thinner, cause thick and through the thick and thin. Every, you, everybody gonna be with you through the thick. You understand?
Yeah,
And then that thick start getting thinner. They still will be with you a little long because you done had the thick. But then they fall off too. You know what I mean? So
yeah, yeah.
you
At some
can't sell
point, yeah.
yourself. You cannot sell yourself off for some money that you need
Mm-hmm,
right now, today, tomorrow, and you look up as one of the worst decisions you ever made. You have to have the spirit of discernment and believe in yourself and know your. So you know what? I'm not going to do it that way. And if it's not for you, then you can leave. But God got it. For anybody, anybody. Family, anybody.
mm-hmm. Amen, man. Hey,
Yeah,
Mr. Ricky Jones, you gave us
got
some
on that, but
clues there, but it's a topic that I think that we need to jump in, and not just even on this podcast, but across the board
yeah,
with
man.
other podcasts,
Yeah,
just bringing this topic up because it's something that happens, and it's a cycle we got to change. It's something that
yeah,
we got to change
yeah,
and
yeah,
encourage incoming artists. You know what? Owning it yourself and putting it
yeah,
out is going to be hard, thing, but later on, it's you're going to
yeah,
appreciate that you opposed to just taking that quick
yeah, yeah.
and sort of
Well,
pimp yourself. So Ricky, this was amazing. Thank you so
thank you,
much.
brother. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Thank you so much,
You're
man.
welcome. I know we had a rough time in the beginning getting this
That's okay,
going,
but
but
it worked out. It worked
it
out.
worked out, and I'm happy that we had it worked out.
All right.
Enjoy the day,
I will.
and
Thank you, brother. Okay. Thank you. All
all
right.
right, man.
Bye.